the boy made an unexpected discovery. This frail and timid child not only had an S-rank talent in strategy, but also possessed an astonishing intelligence potential of 109. Keep in mind that an average person can only reach 50 in a lifetime. Jack immediately felt he must recruit him. The ability to see others' talents was Jack's special power. In this war-torn world, recruiting various prodigies from a young age was his way of surviving. Not long ago, the genius he had discovered had already begun to shine. Charlotte, who had an astounding talent for magic, took only 3 years to earn a reputation on the battlefield as the most powerful magic soldier. This further strengthened Jack's resolve to use his appraisal eye to gather talented individuals. Jack learned of a hunter family with 2 sons who were both highly skilled. He decided to check them out in person. Just as he was about to reach his destination, an arrow hit a moving wild boar. Quick glance confirmed it was the brothers he wanted to meet. Jack immediately activated his appraisal eye and discovered both had A-rank talent in infantry and archery. Jack was quite satisfied. Soon, the group arrived at the hunter's house. The family warmly welcomed Jack. Upon learning that Jack was the son of a lord and intended to take his sons as retainers, the hunter was overjoyed. As they were happily chatting, someone was discovered stealing bread from the table. They initially thought it was a thief, but Jack later learned that it was actually the hunter's 3rd son. As the hunter scolded Russell, Jack again used his appraisal eye and was stunned by the values in front of him. Not only did Russell have multiple A-rank talents, but his strategic talent was actually S-rank. Most astonishing was his intelligence cap of 109. Without any hesitation, Jack decided to make him a retainer, but Russell didn't want to go to the battlefield. Fearing something terrible might happen, he cried and ran off immediately. The hunter hurriedly apologized to Jack. It turned out Russell was unlike his 2 older brothers. He was frail and timid, and not good at chopping wood or archery. But how could a strategist be expected to go hunting? Jack decisively went upstairs to find Russell. He didn't expect that Russell hadn't been crying, but was calmly reading a book. A true genius in strategy indeed. This gave Jack an idea. He invited Russell to his private library. Any book he wanted was available. Russell couldn't resist the temptation, and soon followed Jack to his home. Even though his potential intelligence was extremely high, he was still just 5 years old, so Jack arranged for Lisa to tutor him. Half a day passed, and when Jack returned, Russell had fallen asleep from exhaustion. From Lisa, Jack learned that Russell had been reading the whole time. Not only did he remember everything he was taught, but he could also connect it to deeper meanings. At this moment, Jack appraised him again, and saw that Russell's intelligence had jumped from 45 to 56, but the most urgent task was to restore his confidence. The next day, Jack asked Russell to hunt using traps instead. He encouraged Russell that aside from strength, one could also succeed by using their brain. Although Russell still lacked confidence, he decided to give it a try. Not long after, the summoned hunter was stunned by what he saw. He never imagined there would be so many wild boars inside the pen, and it was all accomplished using Russell's trap. Upon questioning, they learned Russell had used knowledge from a book about boars' tendency to charge at yellow objects, so he built a yellow painted enclosure and successfully lured the boars inside. Once they entered, they couldn't escape. He even made small holes for the piglets to escape, to avoid driving wild boars in the forest to extinction. He had even considered ecological balance. The hunter was the most astonished of all. It was then he realized the foolish Russell had such remarkable ability. If not for Jack, he might never have known. After some thought, he decided to entrust Russell to Jack. He didn't want such a talent to go unnoticed. Russell was finally moved as well. He realized that reading could make a real difference. He regained his confidence. More importantly, he could bring a better life to his family. Jack had once again recruited a great officer, as well as Russell's 2 older brothers.
よろしくね。